Hello dear learners, hello dear champs, welcome back to Phoenix EDU. I'm your English teacher, MAM, and I am going to discuss the question paper of the year 2022. Just as I stated in the paper of 2021 that there are certain questions which have been omitted because of the reiteration of the syllabus. Likewise, for this paper as well, we will not have all the 50 questions, but certain questions are missing only because they are no longer part of our syllabus. Also, Bhagavad Gita was not the part of the syllabus, it has been added recently, so the questions from Bhagavad Gita are not the part of this discussion as well. Right everyone? So we are going to start with the discussion of the paper of the year 2022. He had a genuine love for anyone he came across. Correct question tag. You should know while looking out for question tag, you have to be careful with the what? With the helping verb, right? He had a genuine love he came across. So this had is not a helping verb but your main verb. This had is also your main verb. So certainly this sentence is in simple past. Now for a sentence like this, you'll have to be a little careful, right? So what is it? What is going to contribute to your question tag? It is had. Since it is positive, it will be negative here. Hadn't he? Next, suddenly the book assumed tremendous significance. Choose the correct passive sentence. Now, assumed, past, simple past, helping verb was has to be seen. अच्छा बच्चों, अगर तुम लोगों को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है, बच्चों ट्रिक यूज़ कर रहे हैं. ट्रिक कह रही है टेंस के हिसाब से आपके सेंटेंस में ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आएगा, एक्टिव पैसिव में भी. नाउ कंसिडरिंग दैट, अगर आपको नहीं पता ट्रिक कैसे यूज़ कर रहे हैं, गो टू द प्लेलिस्ट, चेक करो एक्टिव पैसिव ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, बढ़िया देखो, शॉर्टकट्स मिलेंगे, ट्रिक्स मिलेंगी, मज़ा आ जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो. नाउ assumed, was assumed वाला एक ही ऑप्शन है, आंसर इज बी. डन. He had read our minds correctly. Choose the correct interrogative sentences. Had read. So what is the tense? Past perfect. Had he read our minds correctly will be your answer. This is eliminated. Why? This does not have a question mark. Done. The tense is also different. This tense is different. This is the question tag. So our answer is B. I felt a dark chamber of my mind. Now again, this is a sentence from your textbook. You'll have to understand this. Also, the word has to be taken care of. Lit. Gandhiji chided the lawyers. Now chided matlab he scolded the lawyers. Okay. Underline word. You have to choose the antonym. Antonym means the opposite. Now if somebody is scolding, he is appreciating the lawyers. This is antonym. Antonym means opposite. Right? Next. Okay. So now this question is not the part of your current syllabus. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Select the correct figure of speech. So it's epigram. Epigram is a statement that is enticing, right? And is not completely true. It's paradoxical, right? It is half true and half untrue. So this is epigram. Next, we were beginning without you. Who said to whom? Who's saying this? This is taken from the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet. So who's saying this? M. Hemel is saying this to France, right? Next, why were the old men on the village sitting in the class? Why were they sitting there? Because they were feeling sorry, they regretted over not studying the language in time. So now look at the options. All of the above. What did M. Hamill teach after the grammar lesson? They taught them a lesson in writing. Next, what did Sahib reply when the author said go to school? That there is no school in his neighborhood. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal. This is taken from Lost Spring. So who was this frail young woman? Wife of Mukesh's elder brother, right? So this frail young woman is wife of Mukesh's elder brother. Done. The writer says to do anything else means to dare. Now this is the sentence from Lost Spring, right? Deep Water is an excerpt from Of Men and Mountains written by William Douglas. बच्चों प्लीज़ समझना ये इंट्रोडक्शन में दिया हुआ है, so you will have to work on this. So this is taken from Of Men and Mountains. Douglas sat on the side of the pool because he was timid about going in alone. Deep Water, William Douglas. At what age William Douglas decided to learn to swim? 10 or 11 years old. कितना tempting था ना ऑप्शन ए कि बस अभी ऑप्शन ए टिक ही कर देते हैं. But I had to be a little careful. Option C, 10 or 11, not 10 or 12. ठीक है, 10 or 11 years old. Selma Lagerlöf is a writer of Rat Trap. Where did she belong to? She was a Swedish writer. She belonged to Sweden. What does the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers refer to? Constraints of married life. It's there in the introduction of the poetry. The Iron Master assumed that he felt embarrassment because of, he as in Rat Trap seller, felt embarrassment because of his miserable clothing. Months passed. Now again this is from Indigo. Shukla was sitting on his haunches at the appointed spot in Calcutta. When Gandhiji arrived, he waited. Okay. Why was Shukla waiting for Gandhiji? Because he had never met him? No. Because he wanted Gandhi to come to Champaran, and therefore he was waiting at the railway station in Calcutta, right? Because none of them is the option, therefore we are opting for option D. To which place did Shukla belong? Champaran. Months passed. Gandhiji saw the dash and social backwardness in the Champaran villages. बच्चों देखो सिर्फ इसके अंदर से आपके पास questions नहीं आए हैं. आप देख रहे हैं आपके पास questions सिर्फ इसके अंदर से नहीं आए हैं, right? तो आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि ये क्वेश्चन कहाँ से है. सो गांधी सॉ द कल्चरल एंड सोशल बैकवर्डनेस टेक्स्ट बुक की लाइन है, ठीक है. डिस्पाइट द ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ द इंटरव्यू, इट इज़ अ सुप्रीमली सर्विसेबल मीडियम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. लास्ट लाइन है आपकी, ठीक है, लास्ट लाइन. डन. आपके पार्ट 1 की लास्ट लाइन है ये, last paragraph. It is cowardly and vile. Who has said this? This is said by Rudyard Kipling, right? The author of Jungle Book. What does Umberto Eco consider himself to be? An academic scholar, right? Somebody who's still working into academics. Sophie said, I'll be like Mary Quant. Who is this lady? A dress designer. बच्चों रीडिंग करोगे हर एक क्वेश्चन के आंसर मिलेंगे. रीडिंग नहीं करोगे आंसर्स डिफिकल्ट लगेंगे, कंफ्यूजिंग लगेंगे. सो विल हैव टू बी अ लिटिल केयरफुल. Why was Jansi sad to hear the wish of Sophie? She knew that they were both earmarked. Earmarked मतलब booked or registered, right? She wanted the friend to think sensibly. They don't pay well for shop work. She knew. Okay, so we have all of the above. Kamala Das has published her work under the name of माधवी कुट्टी इंट्रोडक्शन के अंदर दिया हुआ है. माधवी कुट्टी is the pen name that she opted for. Right? My mother at 66 is a lyrical idiom. I want no truck with death, which it means, what does it mean? No truck associated with death, total inactivity, right? Sorry. Pablo Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection, feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. Yes, both the options A and B. With the green world they live in and clear rills. What do you mean by rills? This is from A Thing of Beauty, and rills means small streams. The polished traffic passed with the mind ahead means, okay, so this is all of the above. What is the poet intending to convey? You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money and go along? Show some sympathy to these poor deprived people. They too wish to get some money by selling. They can afford to help these. So this is, so our poet, who's the poet here? Robert Frost is requesting us all to understand that it is necessary to help the people who have set up their stand. You have the money, but okay, you want to be mean. Mean means selfish, right? They do not fear the men beneath the tree. What does it mean? Who are they in the line? The men. Okay, now where is this taken from? They do not fear the men beneath the tree. The denizens of a world of green, tigers. किसमें से लिया हुआ है? Aunt Jennifer's Tigers में से ली हुई ये line है. The writer of the lesson, the third level, is Jack Finney. It was the infant born just 10 days ago who had enunciated the words so clearly. What was the astonishing words? Okay, so it's, oh wise prophets. I never went back to the pool. Choose the correct affirmative. Never went back. I hardly went back to the pool again. He jumped up abruptly. Exclamatory mark, exclamatory sentence. How he jumped abruptly. Sorry. How abruptly he jumped. He accepted the fur coat. He rejected the, sorry. He accepted. He did not fail to accept the fur coat. Accepted has to be turned into a negative. Select the correct meaning of ragamuffin. Ragamuffin means a dirty person. I had an aversion of water to the water when I was in it. Right? It's not the double S but the single S. One dark evening as he was trudging along the road, he got sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside. Alright everyone, so that's it for the year 2022, and stay updated, keep yourself updated, keep reading, work hard, because this is when you have time to study all your subjects including English and computer. All the best everyone, stay tuned. Thank you.